Those born in 1990 are like time travelers caught between two worlds. The last generation to know the true meaning of waiting for a Saturday morning. We were raised in the gentle hum of the analog era, only to be swept away by the sudden, relentless storm of the digital revolution. Our childhood was measured in physical objects and slow afternoons. But our adulthood is defined by invisible data and constant, rapid-fire information streams. Do you ever feel like you are carrying a different rhythm inside you? A quiet echo of a time that no longer exists in reality. We witness the death of the tangible and the birth of the virtual. Standing right at the edge where the old world meets the new. Beneath the surface of our modern lives, there is a lingering silence, an analog blueprint that defines how we see, feel, and process the world. While the world moves at the speed of light, our hearts often seek the patience we learned before the internet changed everything forever. This is the story of a generation that remembers the silence, carrying it like a hidden treasure through the deafening noise of the present day. We are the bridges between eras, the keepers of a slow-burning fire in a world that demands everything to happen in an instant. To understand where we are going, we must first look back at the foundation of our patience and the roots of our deep resilience. Welcome to the analog blueprint, where time moved differently and every moment had a physical weight that we could hold in our hands. In the 90s, we learned the art of repair and the value of effort. Fixing a song required a pencil and a gentle touch. There was no skip button for life back then. We listened to the whole album, appreciating the silence between the tracks as much as music. Communication was an event. We wrote letters, waited for weeks, and cherished the physical arrival of a friend's thoughts on a piece of paper. Psychologists call this the ability to regulate emotions through waiting. Our brains were wired for a concept called delayed gratification from a young age. The 90s generation was raised on silence. We learned to be patient before we ever learned how to click a mouse or scroll. Joy didn't come from an instant like. It came from the anticipation of your favorite cartoon airing at exactly 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. This fundamental training shaped our nervous systems, giving us a unique capacity to endure the long journey toward a meaningful and lasting reward. We found magic in the static and stories in the gaps. Our imagination filled the spaces that technology had not yet learned to occupy. Choosing a movie was a pilgrimage to the rental store, a physical exploration of shelves that taught us how to make deliberate, thoughtful choices. Our world was tactile. The smell of new paper and the weight of a backpack were the anchors of our daily reality and growth. These experiences built a deep internal reservoir of calm. We knew how to be alone with our thoughts without needing a screen for distraction. We adjusted our own frequencies to find the music. This active participation in our entertainment created a sense of ownership over our own joy. But the foundation we built was about to be tested by a force more powerful and faster than anything we had ever imagined before. The transition was silent at first, then deafening. The world we knew was being rewritten in a language of light, speed, and constant connectivity. The era of the digital storm arrived, and it didn't just change our tools, it changed the very tempo of our human existence. Suddenly, the world accelerated. High-speed internet and social media flooded our lives, bringing with them the relentless pressure of the attention economy. Everything became instant. The quiet gaps we used for thinking were filled with notifications, pings, and the demand for an immediate, public response. We moved from the era of available later to the era of always on. The digital noise wasn't just sound, it was a constant pressure. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, became a global epidemic, making us feel like we were constantly falling behind in a race without end. Society demanded success before 30, forcing a generation that valued the process to obsess over the final result and the public image. Our analog-designed brains were suddenly tasked with running hyper-fast digital software, leading to a profound sense of internal friction and mental overload. We entered the digital game with a mind that still remembered the smell of old paper, creating a unique and often painful duality. The noise is everywhere. It is in the expectations of our peers, the algorithms of our feeds, and the silent judgment of the screen. The volume of information we consume in a single day would have taken our ancestors years to process, leaving our spirits exhausted. Our moments of solitude were invaded. Even our rest became a performance, as we felt the need to document every quiet moment for others. This is the digital fatigue of the 90s generation. We are moving at the speed of the world, but our souls are still walking. We are waiting for a connection that feels real, but the interface often keeps us at a distance, leaving us feeling strangely disconnected and alone. When the storm becomes too much, we start to see the cracks. The psychological cost of this speed is a weight we all carry. Burnout isn't just about working too hard, for us. It is about the exhaustion of trying to match an unnatural, inhuman pace of life. We feel a deep, wordless longing for the off switch, for the permission to simply exist without being tracked, measured, or updated every second. Our nervous systems are mismatched with our environment. We are built for the forest and the porch, but we live in the cloud. This mismatch creates a hidden anxiety, a feeling that no matter how much we do, we are never quite synced with the modern world's demands. We have thousands of connections, yet we often feel a profound emptiness. We miss the depth that only comes from undivided, offline attention. Our hearts crave the analog silence we once knew, a space where we could hear our own voices before the world told us who to be. It is not that we are obsolete or unable to keep up. It is that we remember a quality of life that technology cannot replicate. We are the generation experiencing a collective homesickness for a time that wasn't perfect, but at least it felt human and grounded in reality. In this gray space, we are forced to confront a difficult truth. The tools that were supposed to connect us have also isolated us. But within this exhaustion lies a hidden strength. The very memory of silence is the key to our survival in the digital age. We are not victims of the storm. We are the ones who know how to build a shelter using the wisdom of both worlds. Our struggle is actually our superpower. Because we remember the quiet, we are the ones best equipped to find it again for everyone. It is time to stop running and start integrating. We are the amphibians of the modern era, comfortable on both land and in the water. We are learning to bridge the gap. We use the tools of the future, but we guide them with the heart and patience of the past. Look around and you will see us. We are the ones who work on glass screens but still find peace in the texture of paper. We listen to podcasts to learn, but we still know how to sit in a park and simply watch the clouds move without an agenda. This is our gift, the ability to switch circuits. We know when to engage with the network and when to unplug for our own sanity. You are the only generation that truly understands the language of both the slow past and the lightning fast. Unpredictable future ahead of us. The analog silence within you isn't a barrier or a sign of being old-fashioned. It is your most important anchor in a world of chaos. You have the power to define your own tempo. You don't have to keep up with the algorithm, you only have to keep up with yourself. By bringing our analog values into digital spaces, we make the internet a little more human, a little more patient, and a lot more meaningful. We are teaching the world that speed is not the same as progress, and that connection is nothing without the presence of a real soul. Celebrate your unique position. You are the masters of the transition, the ones who know how to keep the fire burning in the rain. Your quiet resistance is your strength. Every time you choose depth over speed, you are reclaiming your humanity and your peace of mind. You are doing much better than you think. Carrying two worlds is heavy work, but it is also a beautiful and necessary mission. Now, it is time to come home to yourself, to the rhythm that was always there, waiting for you to find it again. In this room, there is no noise, only the gentle passage of time and the warmth of a world that is still very real. They exist together in harmony, one for the world of information, the other for the world of the soul and the heart. The 90s generation doesn't need to choose one or the other. We are the perfect blend of both, a unique mixture of eras. Take a moment to feel the warmth. Remind yourself that you are here, in the present, and that your value is not digital. You are the master of your attention. You have the right to be silent, to be slow, and to be completely offline whenever you need. Your internal analog clock is still ticking perfectly, It is the rhythm of your heart, a beat that technology can never truly replace. Gratefully accept the silence. It is not an absence of sound, but a presence of self that you have carried since your childhood. You don't need to run faster. You only need to walk at the pace that allows you to see the beauty around you clearly. To the generation of 1990, your silence is your strength. Cherish it, protect it, and let it guide you through every storm. You are the bridge. You are the silence. You are exactly where you need to be. Keep walking your own path. You are doing great.